Hello hunters, and welcome back to my story. If you're not caught up, be sure to go watch the previous parts. Now then, let's begin part 20. Now that the entire backstory that spans over 100 years has been told, everyone is ready to fight Zephyr. As soon as they get up, Atka, Spirit, and Godi awaken. They all say they heard everything while they were unconscious. And they're all fired up and ready to get revenge. They still have injuries though, but a dose of Eldin's miracle water, which isn't so rare on this world, heals them right up. Now they all head out, except for Eldis, who stays behind to protect the city. Back at the fight with Zephyr, the others are nearly at their limit. Curtis decides to ask Zephyr how he escaped from the seal, and he decides to tell him. His seal was powered by positive energy, so if enough negative energy surrounds the seal, he can break it. Malicious acts produce negative energy, which spreads across the universe. If a lot of acts of malice occur at once, it could significantly weaken Zephyr's seal. He had hoped that his two children would commit the atrocities necessary to weaken the seal, but that ended up not happening. Fortunately for Zephyr, Zeus would do just that. He turned the Spriggan against their king, lied several times, captured and threatened Jerry, tried to take his daughter, started a war, threatened his own soldiers, weakened Spirit, tortured Magi, and helped unleash Gu too, all within a short period of time. Then Gu killed Grunt soldiers, absorbed the Spriggan and the elite soldiers, and blew up a planet. All that was more than anyone else has done in such a short amount of time. The negative energy from all these acts built up until Zephyr's seal became weak enough for him to break free. Now that he's explained himself, he's ready to finish them off. When he's about to strike, he suddenly stops, and he can't move. Blair and Cleric used paralysis magic on him. Now is everyone's chance to strike. Shelia goes up to Stry and gives him Miracle Water. Michelle does the same thing for Lee, and Sarah does the same for Curtis. Then they give Miracle Water to Jay, Akiro, and Enzo as well. Now everyone fires a full power attack at Zephyr. They think they did good, but they barely left a scratch. Everyone decides to attack in their own way, but Zephyr is able to knock them down. Atka and Alexis do a coordinated attack, and some of the others join in, but they're all still beaten up. Zephyr's power is truly incredible. In fact, he's as strong as the entire alliance put together. None of them seem to have a chance of winning, despite their greatest efforts. Zephyr prepares a powerful blast, but then Spirit gets behind him and gets him in a lock. Then he tells Atka to use his strongest ice attack. Then he tells Zephyr not to underestimate anyone, not even his own grandson. Atka gets his attack ready, but then Zephyr is able to fire a blast through Spirit's gut. Spirit falls to the ground. Atka, angry at Zephyr, tries to use his attack anyway, but he missed and gets knocked to the ground. Spirit is tired of being knocked around by Zephyr and begins to power up. Then starts glowing. Magi then seems surprised, then says that Spirit is attaining a legendary form. Then Spirit stops glowing, then appears to have a platinum-like body, and is much stronger than his solar form. Magi says that this is the Platinum Spirit, an ultra-legendary form that's always been spoken of in legends, but has never been seen in history. It's 20 times stronger than the solar form. Now Spirit is ready to continue fighting, and he takes Zephyr head-on. He does better than before, but even with the others' help, he still has trouble. Everyone's refusing to give up though, especially Atka because he made a promise to Alexis. Zephyr doesn't take too kindly to this, so he decides to use his magic to summon life forms to fight for him. The first four are his 4 children. 2 of them are Zin and Zabuzar. He's revived them once more using his magic. The other 2 of those 4 are his newest creations. There's Zenith. He's a master of sound magic. Then there's Zouta. She's a master of illusion magic. He summons 10 other life forms as well, and they're all the revived beasts, the 5 Titans of Cherokee and the 5 Titans of Zuso. Infernobra, Orphelius, Megascale, Gigarachnid, Shedlogia, Zeusorm, Carnaros, Scorpionix, Gorilne, and Hawkus. Zin and Zabuzar fuse into Zawuzin once more, and they try to fight Zephyr, but he pushes them all back and says that if they want a shot at him, they have to take down the Alliance first. Then he uses a spell on Zabuzin that prevents the fusion from wearing off and prevents it from harming their body. And one more foe arrives. It's Gu. He never died from the battle with Spirit, so he's back for more now, and back at full strength. He was created to serve Zephyr, so he'll follow Zephyr's every command. Now there's 14 powerful foes to face. The Titans are stronger than before thanks to Zephyr's power, and Zephyr leaves them all to fight it out while he goes to the city. But then Eldis stops him and tells everyone that he'll hold them off while they defeat these enemies. And suddenly there's a massive fire at the city, and Infernova suddenly appears there and is attacking it. Zouta used her illusion magic to have everyone think that none of the Titans move, but really they're all on the move now, and Infernova is attacking the great city of Eladin. The others have all scattered around the area. The 3 children of Zephyr and Gu are all still there. Everyone decides to split up and take down these foes. Curtis wants revenge against Zabuzin for killing him, so he takes him on. Spirit wants to destroy Goo for good now with his new platinum form, and this is the perfect opportunity for him to properly test out his new form, so he takes Goo on. Stry decides to take on Zenith, Atka decides to take on Zoruta, but then Shade Logia swoops down and grabs him, so Atka's fighting Shade Logia now. Alexis decides to fight her instead, and Shelly tags along with her. Roshan, Junior, Goaty, Wormlet, and Raihi go to the city to stop Infernobra's attack. Jake, Gerald, John, Josh, and Joel go to fight Zeusorm. Lee and Jay go to fight Megascale. Michelle follows them. Akiro and Enzo go to fight Morphelius, who's escaped into the lake. German and Gear go to fight Gigarachnid. Kage and Rose go together to fight Carnaros, and Hikari and Lily go together to fight Gorilne. Since Magi is the only one out of all of them that can fly on his own, he pursues Honkus. Claire flies after them on a broom, and then Blair and Kevin fly after them together on a broom. And everyone else, Sarah, Hans, Sam, Jerry, and Annabelle go to fight Scorpionix. Even with him being toughened by 6 months of training and all the battles in this war so far, Curtis still isn't as strong as Zabuzin, but he's not doing bad now like everyone did in the previous fight. The Chimeras can't seem to lay a finger on Infernobra, but they did succeed in stopping his attack. Spirit and Goo are evenly matched now, and in this fight, Spirit wants to do more than just destroy Goo. Now he also wants to free the others who Goo has absorbed, because if he kills the Spriggan along with Goo, he'll just be following in his father's footsteps. Zenith is able to channel every sound into power, due to his sensitive hearing. He pretty much has unlimited power and an endless source of weapons he can use against Stry. Stry has a hard time against this foe. Zoruta is able to use her illusions in all sorts of ways. She uses it to have Alexis attack Shelia when she thought she was attacking her opponent. Then Alexis charges again, but then stops thinking she'll hit Shelia again, but this time there was no illusion, and Zoruta throws them both into each other. Her power comes from more than just her illusions, but also the mind game she could play with them. This will not be an easy fight by any means. Atka finally gets out of Shade Logia's hold, but in doing so falls down a ravine. The river down there takes him into a cave, and then that leads out into the same lake that Akiro and Enzo are fighting Morphelius in. They have no idea how to fight that beast because of its electric attacks in the water. Atka blasts himself up to the dragon and tries to punch it, but it dodges it and he's about to fall down again. But he saves himself by creating an ice pillar from the lake. He says that the tundra was a better place to fight than this, and he knows that this battle won't be an easy one. From the pillar, he jumps back to land, and he gets ready to continue. The 5 siblings don't have too tough of a time against Zeusorm. Thanks to Jake's alchemy, they're actually able to put this beast on the ropes. Lee and Michelle do quite a bit of damage to Megascale, and with Jake's support, they're doing well. German and Gear can't seem to catch Gigarachnid thanks to its speed and its webs. As if things couldn't get any worse, Gigarachnid lays a bunch of eggs, and they all hatch into tiny Gigarachnids, or mini-rachnids. Now they have a lot to deal with. Sarah, Hans, Sam, Jerry, and Annabelle are battling Scorpionix, and the battle isn't going anywhere. They can't seem to do any damage to this beast. Hikage has formed a very close bond with his wife, and it's evident in battle. Hikage and Rose's attacks are perfectly coordinated, and they're doing very well against Carnaros. It's the same story with Hikari and his wife Lily against Gorilne. Magi, Claire, Blair, and Kevin have caught up with Hawkus, and now they attack. Magi can attack as he pleases, but Kevin only can by jumping from the broom. Blair and Claire can't get too close to Hawkus because if their brooms are destroyed, they'll fall. They can't attack from afar either because broom flying slowly drains magic power, and if they run out of magic, they'll fall. So the role they play is catching Kevin if he falls. Unless Magi carries his fight, it won't be an easy one. Eldest has done a good job holding off Zephyr, but Zephyr has had enough of him. He knocks him to the ground at full power and begins to charge with a powerful blast. Curtis sees this and stops fighting. He tries to save Eldest because Eldest revived him, but Zabuzin stops him. Eldest says that he knew he would die once he challenged Zephyr, and that he's accepted his fate. He tells Curtis that they must all live for his sake. Spirit and Stride try to save him, but they're held back by Goo and Zenith. Eldest says that he doesn't mind sacrificing his old soul for the younger generation to thrive. Then Zephyr fires a blast, and it hits Eldest. Eldest is completely obliterated from the blast. This makes Curtis very angry because he couldn't save the one who saved him, and he begins to power up. Stride yells out as well because he feels useless, and Zephyr starts to laugh. Zenith's ears begin to hurt from all the noise, and Shelia sees this and strikes him down. Zenith gets knocked out, and now Stride's opponent is defeated. He joins in the battle with Alexis and Shelia against Zoruta, and they all get caught in an illusion. It is one where all their friends die in battle, and Zoruta transforms into a giant beast. The illusion has them paralyzed, but then suddenly Curtis finished powering up, and a massive amount of power is unleashed. The wave of power breaks the illusion spell, and now Stry, Shelia, and Alexis are back in the game. Curtis is a lot more powerful now, and he charges towards Zabuzin. Thanks for watching part 20 of this story. Stay tuned for part 21 to see how this war continues. I'll see you guys then. Happy hunting.